Hi, we are the Mother Fixers. Beware the pollution, be aware the solution. Today's PSA video will be focusing on dangers of climate change, but specifically climate change denial. From the book On Tyranny, we pulled a quote: "To abandon facts is to abandon freedom. If nothing is true, then no one can criticize power, because there is no basis upon which to do so. If nothing is true, then all is spectacle. The biggest wallet pays for the most blinding lights." Snyder 65. So, the science is clear. The evidence is overwhelming. So why do so many people still deny climate change? Well, denying climate change is dangerous to the world because it disrupts public beliefs, leads polluters to continue harming the environment, and prevents individuals from knowing the truth.
Climate change deniers affect everyone in society, not just because their actions might literally be causing harm to the planet, but their denial may ripple into the public. A Yale program on climate change found that 57% of Americans believed climate change was mostly caused by human activity. This statistic is alarming because it means that misinformation has spread to many. The book On Tyranny says it is your ability to discern facts that makes you an individual, and our collective trust and common knowledge that makes us a society. The individual who investigates is also the citizen who builds. Snyder 73. Society thrives on community and shared knowledge. So, when people deny evidence and facts, they aren't just harming the environment, but are disrupting public beliefs by not critically thinking and investigating these issues. A misinformed society makes it harder to create change. It diminishes the urgency with its loss of support and delay of making important decisions.
Denying climate change is dangerous to the world because it enables major polluters to continue damaging the environment without accountability. According to the Carbon Majors report, just 100 companies are responsible for 71% of global industrial emissions. Many of these corporations, include Shell and Chevron, have funded climate denial campaigns for decades, shaping public perception to avoid regulation and maintain profits. Timothy Snyder, in On Tyranny, warns against the power of language in normalizing harmful ideologies. He quotes Victor Kemplerer, "We do not speak the language of the victor without being the victor," page 38. When we adopt the language of climate change denial, even passively, we begin to accept its implications, allowing powerful industries to rewrite the truth and escape blame. Snyder also reminds us to, quote-unquote, take responsibility for the face of the world, page 33, urging individuals to resist propaganda and stand up for what is right. Denying climate change, or remaining silent in the face of it, lets big polluters continue their destruction unchecked. By accepting responsibility and speaking the truth, we can demand accountability and drive change before it's too late.
Climate change denial doesn't just reject science, it blocks truth. It keeps people in the dark, unable to act, and unable to prepare. As author Kubra Gumase writes on page 63, they remained imprisoned within their armoire of ignorance, as if they had never spoken in the first place. A recent study titled The Social Anatomy of Climate Change Denial in the United States profiled the average climate change denier, typically Republican, unvaccinated, no college degree, and living in areas already facing rising heat. The same study found that denial is amplified by powerful voices such as President Trump, far-right media like Breitbart and Daily Wire, and misinformation websites that push false claims about climate science. When that misinformation spreads, the consequences are real. People can't make informed decisions, they can't see the danger, and they're left unprotected. Denying climate change doesn't change reality. It just hides it. And that silence, it costs lives.
Some people in modern-day society believe that climate change is just a natural cycle, not caused by humans. However, that is not the case, because humans are the main cause of climate change. Human beings are responsible for causing car gases, greenhouse gases, fossil fuels, agriculture, and deforestation. Humans are the main cause of climate change. Denying climate change is dangerous because it disrupts public understanding, allows polluters to keep damaging the environment, and prevents people from facing the truth. For the sake of our planet, and future generations, we must overcome denial and accept the reality of climate change. So remember our slogan, beware the pollution, be aware the solution.